So, Jalen, you've got this talent out there, and you've got a lot of lottery teams who obviously need the help or they wouldn't be in the lottery in the first place. Which of those teams is best positioned to make a playoff run, become a contender immediately with the addition of one of these guys?
It has to be the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, granted, the Western Conference is tough pickings in the playoffs. 6 or 7 of those spots are already taken. But don't be surprised if the A seed is the Clippers, and this is why. Last year, their team was injured. Baron Davis, Marcus Camby, Chris Kaman. Now you get those guys back. You add on Blake Griffin to go with the young players that they already have on their team, Eric Gordon, Al Thornton, who've shown that they're going to be big-time players. Now, if you're the Clippers, you have something.
Just one winning season, their last 17 for the L.A. Clips. J.A., what other team is out there positioned to make a run with the addition of the right guy?
Well, like Jalen, I agree it's not just one guy who can make the difference. And I think the Charlotte Bobcats could take their number 12 pick, package it in a trade. You hear Samuel Dallenbert's name out there from Philadelphia, for example. Perhaps the addition of Allen Iverson, a free agent who went to the NBA Finals and won an MVP with Larry Brown. So they can sort of duplicate that model that they had in Philadelphia with Iverson and Dallenberg playing the Dikembe role. And yes, Matt, that's 2 Dikembe Mutombo references on this 2009 draft special. The guy won't go away.
We're a little heavy on Dikembe Mutombo references in this show. Charlotte coming off a franchise record 35-win season. All right, looking ahead, couple days to go here where the rumors will build up about deals that may actually happen, may not actually happen. Which teams are in reality looking to deal?
Well, one team you hear that's very active is the Portland Trail Blazers. They feel like they have enough young players. They're the second youngest team in the league last year. So Kevin Pritchard likes to make a lot of draft day deals. That's how they got Brandon Roy, LaMarcus Aldridge in. I think this time he'll be making a move to get out of the draft and to bring a more experienced guy in there. Same goes for the Washington Wizards. They have the number 5 pick, another young team. They have 6 players on the roster born in 1985 or later. So they need to get a guy who can help right away. And they have the most available pick of the top picks. They figure the first 4 picks aren't going anywhere, but the number 5 pick can be had for the right veteran.
1985. If nothing else, that makes me feel really old. Well, what about some current NBA players potentially on the move? And we'll start with the most obvious one. Where does the Shaq situation stand?
Well, this is the biggest name out there in more ways than one, but really there's not a lot of activity on this front. We heard the mention of him potentially going to Cleveland in exchange for Ben Wallace and Sasha Pavlovich. That would be a salary move on Phoenix's part, but just spoke to a member of the Suns organization today. He said still nothing really active on that front. But I think it does make sense for a team that is trying to lower its payroll. Shaquille O'Neal and the $20 million that he's due next year would be an obvious place to start since they didn't make to the finals with him last season when he had a all-star year. Another guy active out there, Kirk Hinrich with the Chicago Bulls. It's another team trying to stay below the luxury tax. Hinrich making $9.5 million next year, still has 2 more years after that left on the contract. The aforementioned Portland Trail Blazers could be a destination for him, as could Oklahoma City or perhaps the Minnesota Timberwolves as well, Matt.
Yeah, and that may assume that the Bulls re-sign Ben Gordon. All right, much more on the way here. Thank you, J.A. On the way.